realize this, the earlier every one of you realize it, the better it will be for us.
In this part of the world, we have various uses of a 2x2 plank. You know that 2x2 plank? They use it for so many things. And part of the things we use it for is when someone gets electrocuted, we start using a 2x2 to hit him. Is this proper? Does this help to take away that source of electricity that is giving the shock? You're welcome to another episode of Safety Moment with Waliola. What do you do when someone becomes electrocuted, or when someone becomes electrocuted, has been released by the electricity but is unconscious? What do you do? And that is what we have for us on this episode. Stay with us. If someone becomes electrocuted as a result of hugging or romance with electricity, the first thing you should do is to look for the source of supply, the cutout, where the supply is coming from. For every home, from the main pole that leads to the home, there is a cutout. There's a cutout where you can actually release or switch off the source of electricity, and it can be the generator and the NEPA cutout. So you just switch it off. If it's the generator that is cutting the shock, switch it off to NEPA where there's no light, which is actually most of the time.
Will you keep quiet?
The PAC that will call it, or NEPA that will still call it, that is causing the electric shock, switch it to your generator so that at least, or put it at the center to release that shock at that point in time. So when the person is released, never use the 2x2. 2x2 will cause serious consequences later to the person. The 2x2, you might think that the force of the 2x2 might pull him away from the electricity, but you might not know the voltage. You might not know the power of the electricity, and it can also always make the situation worse. The best you can do is to look for the source and switch it off, or call the power authority to switch it off at that point in time. In case it's someone who is working, maybe a team member of the distribution company that is doing repairs that got electrocuted, that is the very first thing to do. Like I said, do not use 2x2. Do not use 2x2. Do not use 2x2. 2x2 cannot help. Switch off the source. Look for the source of power supply. Switch it off at that point in time. And after switching it off, then call the assistance of people. Raise an alarm. Raise an alarm from the beginning of the incident so that people around would help. After you've released the person, then you look at the contact, the point of contact, maybe it's the hand or the leg. Then at that point in time, if you are not a trained first aider, you might not be able to do anything, but you can help to keep the person breathing. Like we said, always put those kind of people, because they might have become unconscious, put them down on recovery position. Don't force them. Don't force them to stand up. Put them down. Let them lay down flat. Put them on recovery position. Like I said, when we say recovery position, we mean either to the side, to the right side, or to the left side. If the person is not breathing, just raise this jaw up to free the airway, and raise the leg up to supply blood to the brain, because there might be loss of supply of blood to the brain due to the electrocution. Don't rub that point of contact. Don't pour water on that point of contact. Let it be like that. Let a professional come to assist the person, and carry them gently. Carry them gently when you are lifting them to wherever, or you are carrying them to wherever they will need medical help. And this is what we have for us on this episode of Safety Moment with Waliola. Remember to subscribe.
The earlier every one of you realize it, the better it will be for us.